Know it all, or at least know enough. Calgary Today with Joe McFarland on 770 CHQR.
Time to break out some bubbly. No, that's wrong. That's champagne. We're talking wine. It is Wine Wednesday, brought to you by Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. It's like I've gotten into the wine already, but I haven't. Crazy. Eric Southward joining us now. Eric, you staying warm?
No, I'm freezing. No. I feel like I can't warm up.
I had to laugh before we get into Wine Wednesday. We got an email, and it was Calgarians are crazy, and it's a picture, and the picture is a guy running along the Bow River, I think along Memorial Drive, no shirt and shorts. That takes a whole lot of kahunas. I don't, or, not a lot of brain, one of the two.
Yeah, that is not me.
No.
I am bundled up, like you can only see my eyes outside. And I'm a baby when it comes to the cold.
That's why you bring in wine. That's right. Warm
Red
you
wine,
up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it about the wine that warms you up like it does?
Alcohol, booze.
Is it just the booze? Okay.
Absolutely. And again, it is... the audience probably knows this, but it gives you a false sense of warmth. It actually, your temperature in your body actually drops. So don't.
Sure.
So don't actually believe what your body is telling you. It's lying.
Fine. All right. Be that way.
Yeah.
You brought in a wine from Northern Cali today. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. A wine based out of Napa Valley. A lot of people have heard of Napa. This is a winery called Trentadue, and this is kind of their premium line of wines, their Storia line, and this is their kind of Cuvee 32, their blend that they're really known for. So they're mixing traditional French grapes that we've probably heard of, like Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, with some Italian grapes that maybe don't roll off the tongue so easily. Grapes like Sangiovese and Montepulciano, bit of a mouthful, but it's just really yummy. This wine goes on sale at all Co-op locations tomorrow, $13 off. Normally $37.99 down to $24.99.
This one's got 6 different grapes in it?
Yeah. So again,
I just shook my head.
I
like,
know.
what?
It's a lot. And the percentage of the grapes will change year to year depending on how well the grapes do.
Right.
Every grape kind of ripens at different times in the year. So in this year, this is the 2015. Merlot is predominantly the main grape in this blend, followed by Sangiovese, which is the main red grape of Tuscany. If you've had a wine called Chianti or Brunello di Montalcino, that is the grape. That is the main grape of that region. And it just kind of creates a nice, balanced, juicy, velvety red wine that is one of our more popular styles in the store.
Is there such a thing, this is going to sound stupid, but is there such a thing as too many styles of grape in the same wine?
Not necessarily. Like some of the best wines in the world have over 10 grapes in them. And so I think of it as like making a sauce. Like think of a tomato sauce. Like if you were to just have tomatoes, or in this case, one grape, you might be missing something, or it might be too bitter or too sour. But when you're making a tomato sauce, you're going to add some spices. You might actually add a dash of sugar to calm the acidity down in the tomato. And you're just trying to make something that's yummy and balanced and flavorful. And that's what they're doing here. They're just adding a little pinch of this, splash of that, dash of this, and they're just trying to make something that's really delicious.
Is it a matter of uniqueness as well to an extent? Everybody's trying to set themselves apart, and so they do that extra dash of something to go, that's yours.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a ton of wines in the marketplace, thousands. I mean, go to a Co-op location and you can be a little inundated with the selection. And so, yeah, the fact that this has some Italian grapes, like it just makes it stand out. Like this is a very uncommon blend, and it gives a little point of difference for this winery. And again, it allows people to remember the wine. They come in and be like, oh yeah, do you have any, even if they can't remember the name of the wine, if they just tell me it's a blend of, normal grapes like Merlot or Cab, and there were some Italian grapes in there, I've only got 1 or 2 options in my store. I know exactly what it is right away.
So from somebody who is inexperienced on the blend part, how do you tell whether something's got a bunch of different kinds in it, or if it's just one? Do you just look at the label and go, oh, okay, it's right there in the ingredients?
Yeah, and sometimes they don't even tell you.
Well, that's why I ask, is because I've looked at a couple and I'm like, oh, it's got the nice little label on the front, but nothing on the back or anything that tells me what's in it.
It can be tough. And this is where, again, if you can get to know someone, at a wine retailer that gets to know your personal taste, it's so helpful because, again, how are you supposed to know? Like a lot of European labels, they don't tell you what the grapes are. It's just a little town on the front of the label. Yeah. You have no idea what you're getting into. And no one likes to spend money on a bottle of wine. They take it home, you know, and it's Friday night, end of the week, and it's just not what you were wanting, right? And so, again, taking the guesswork out of it, if you can get to know someone and they can, you know, you can let them know like, oh, I really liked this wine last time. Can I get something similar, maybe a little less money, or I'm willing, you know, special occasion, can you step it up a notch? It saves you so much hassle, right? And disappointment.
There's a term that's used in the business that you pointed to earlier on in the day when we were chatting, and I went, yeah, full-bodied. What does that mean? I know it's super simple. I'm simplifying everything, but I think
love
there's some
that
people
question,
that are...
because there's so many things that we kind of just bandy about in the wine world, and we just... Obviously, we make assumptions and we shouldn't, right? And there's so many misconceptions. And this term body, it's very simple. It just kind of refers to the thickness of the wine. The picture I always use is dairy products. Like, we all kind of understand the difference between how skim milk feels versus cream. One is very thin and one is very thick in mouth coating. And when we say full-bodied, we just mean a thick, full, rich wine. And again, like when you think of skim milk, like if it's chilled down, a nice cold glass of skim milk, you can drink pretty quick, right? Right. But 3% or cream or half and half, like there's no way you could drink that quickly. Same with richer wines like this. Like, this is something you're going to savor. You're going to drink a little slower. Light-bodied wines, like when it's the summertime, the exact opposite of what we're experiencing now. Those are wines you can just crush back, chill down, and they're more refreshing, right? There's nothing really refreshing about this wine. This is like a warm hug. This is perfect for the weather outside. Wines from California generally are like that.
So if I've got my terminology right while listening to you, so full-bodied is essentially like a half and half when you're talking about
absolutely.
Milk, and light-bodied is like the skim milk.
Is the skim.
Is there anything? Are there in-betweens? Like, is there?
And we use 1%, medium-bodied for that.
Okay, is there a medium? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely.
Again, I don't want to assume anything.
And that most wines would fall in that medium category, right? We use those extreme styles as the light and the heavy, but again, like, those simple terms I think we use, and there's a lot of misconceptions still. It just refers to how thick the wine is.
Right. We should get into some terminology at some point.
We should.
Some of the other stuff, because there's a lot of things that I listen to you guys, and it's like, I need a dictionary. Just hang on a second. All right. No, so we'll do that in a future episode of Wine Wednesday for sure. So, Eric, one more time, just give the fine folks who they might be watching it on Facebook Live as well a little bit of background on this wine while I give it a taste.
Absolutely. So again, the Storia Cuvee 32 on sale starting tomorrow, $14.99 down from $24.99 down to $37 from $37.99. Just rich and yummy and really delicious. Hits the spot.
Yeah, and you can taste the different berry. Wow, I've learned something. All right, this is what this is all about. Wine Wednesday. Eric Southward, Co-op Wine, Spirits and Beer. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Joe.